Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for February 23rd. We are looking at the U.S. Japanese yen pair first. This pair closed down during this last session, did create an inside bar. We are still looking for the trend to be heading to the upside. However, we may see a slight pullback and then a continuation. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 80.61, possibly down to 79.62. Look for some resistance around 80.50. And look for some support around 79.75. Now the Euro USD broke to the upside during today's session, broke previous resistance, closed higher. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 135.18, possibly as low as 131.54. Look for some resistance around 133.75, and look for some support around 133.22. Now looking at the pound US dollar pair, this pair closed up during this last session, did create an inside bar, came right down and tagged, came real close to tagging the low but didn't quite make it. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 158.57, possibly as low as 155.83. Look for some resistance up around 15800 and look for some support around 156.75. Now the US Swiss, this pair broke to the downside, closed lower, broke through previous areas of support. Look for this pair to potentially go as high on a reversal up to 191.91, possibly as low as 0.9041. Look for this pair to, or 9,000 rather. Look for this pair to potentially hit some resistance if it were to reverse and move higher up to 91.50, and look for some support around 0.9015. Alright, well, what am I looking for during this next session? If we go to the pound US dollar pair, this pair has moved higher, as you can see here, has pulled back, moved higher again, has pulled back, and has not broken this area of previous support. Now if it does pull back around and move lower, I will be looking for that breakout. Now it's a one, we have an inside bar right here during this last session that was created, has a lower high than the bar before it and a higher low than the bar before that. So we look for inside bar breakouts, but we also have market action, previous areas of support here that make this area of the 156.42 mark a strong area of support. If we get a break below that, we should come on down to around the 155.05 mark, down to where previous resistance would now be support. So just to keep an eye, take a look at that, what that would look like, a drop of about 139 pips. You could place your stop loss right above this past session's high. Now I'm not sure if this will continue to pull back or not. If we see, it could very well pull back and then head lower again, so it may not be for a while before this is broken. But regardless, whether it happens during this next session or if it happens later on, look for this trend to the downside in this support area, more importantly, to be broken. Now, as far as news announcements go, we do have news announcements for tomorrow. We have the German gross domestic product for the fourth quarter, which will affect the euro at 2 a.m. Eastern. Consensus on that one is that everything's going to hold at 1.5%. Now, a little bit later in the day at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the pound releasing their gross domestic product for the fourth quarter as well as year to date. Fourth quarter, they're showing a hold at negative 0.2%. Year to date, showing a hold at 0.8%. Then at 9:55 a.m. Eastern Time, we have the U.S. University of Michigan's confidence report for February. They're actually showing a slight increase from 72.5 up to 72.8. Which would be good news for the US dollar. If it comes out even higher, it could be even better news for the US dollar. So make sure to keep an eye on those. Well, until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.